Hello, welcome to this introductory video, a little bit of tutorial for the upcoming modular interaction and dialog system. Mainly dialog system, the interaction is going to be in the future. I think I'm going to do, I have a lot of mods for this one, for this specific module. I've been scripting during the summer for like 2 to 3 months now. And it's a little bit shame that it didn't come to life, because I had prepared a whole campaign. If you want to check it out, I have campaign part 1, part 2. So I will go over the module, how to set them up correctly. And first thing is how we're going to set it up, how we're going to set them up just via the modules. And then I will go show you 2 scripts that can help you in more engaging conversations and also doing a branching conversation. So there is a lot of digest, there is a lot of there's a lot of to comprehend. So let's go to the first, let's go into the game. So when you download the modules, when you download the mod, you will go into the systems and then to the modules. Sorry, I have it in Czech Republic, in Czechia language. I think that's not going to be the problem, because the modules are actually called in English. So the first thing you need the assign interaction. You got the action or add line. So this is your main module, the one with the finger. That's the main module. You just place it down. So now you open it up. A lot of different things that we can set it up. As said, it's really meant to be modular, but you don't have to be that discouraged. So now you have 2 ways how to assign it. You can either assign it to a faction, so we can have it target faction, which side will receive talk actions. So because I'm independent, I have to be selected as independent. The action radius is actually how close you have to be towards the unit. Use variable check. We will get back to this. Just leave it by default. Don't use anything. And NPC variable, again, it's a specific way. So we're gonna do a talking action button. We're just gonna do talk, or you can do talk to stranger, for example. And then you can select a color. I didn't explicitly add it that you can give your specific color. So you just have range. For these ones, the guys are, I don't even have a green one. Never mind. We'll use the blue for the blue one. And then just leave it as is it for now. So the main thing, how does it work? It will open up a dialog branching. And this is where you can give the descriptions and how it would work. So let's say we're going to go with 2 titles. It has to be separated by semicolon. So let's say hello Stavro. Okay, so that's going to be the first one. And then if you press also left, hold on, sorry, not left enter. If you press shift enter, okay, left shift at enter, you will give it to another line. I like it, it's just clever. I think I even added here. No, I didn't. Okay, I have to add it back. So hello Stavro, and the second one will be get me mission briefing. Okay, and again semicolon. So these are the dialog descriptions. So again, it's separated by columns. So the first one, hello Stavro, is just greet the rebel leader Stavro. Okay, again shift enter, and get me mission briefing. Initiate the briefing for the upcoming mission. Okay, so we have 2 options. Now I didn't know how to set up this select button function options. It should be divided. There should be text here. I actually don't know how to implement it, so it's just line, but it gives you this it gives you this hint, select button function options. So I know I gave it dialog function keys. You can ensure your function. So for example, if my functions are called CWV, I think it's function, and I would say main or greeting dialog. Okay, so this will initiate the function as it is, but you have to have set it up, the function, in your descriptions, whatever. It is used by default. I'm not sure if this was good part on my part, but I will leave it as it is. I will just maybe take the use custom code by default. Now it's set it up. So custom code option for 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means this is our option number 1, this is our option number 2, again 1, 2. So you can have only maximum of 4 options. It's because of the HUD UI is set it up. So if I will do the custom code option number 1, let's say that we will just do hint, simple, and say hello Stavro, okay? And the second one will be hint, Stavro will brief me in a second, okay? Very easy. It's just give you trigger actions. So let's just see. So we have it for the Stavro. We have it set up for independent. Oh, sorry. No. It has to be for the blue 4. So sorry, blue 4. Okay. And let's see what happens.
Look, fresh tire marks. Big ones. Military truck size. They're heading into the woods.
Oh yeah, perfect. This guy has some different layout. So as you can see, the faction means that I can talk to anybody that is within the blue fort. Okay, so I will just talk to Stavro because he's the first one. We have a little bit animations that is called. He will also try to face you, and this is your option. So hello Stavro, greet the rebel later Stavro. If I select it, it says on the right hand corner, hello Stavro. Okay, now this guy is pretty annoying. Fresh tire marks. Oh my god, what is his name? NPC uniform. I think I have, sorry, I will just pause for a second and try to figure this out. Okay, I'm back. Don't know, I just deleted him there. I don't know, maybe it was the, I don't know. Okay, so now we just set it up, the interaction button. We have hello Stavro and get me mission briefing. But it only works for blue 4. Now we can actually set it up that it's only for this guy Stavro. So that's where we have to do and assign unit variables. So let's just drag that module. You have to synchronize it to the guy you want. And now it's either use editor variable name, custom variable name, enable talk, or override talk name. So I wouldn't actually recommend to do the overall talk name because it's better for to use the custom variable name. So what that actually means. So Stavro, we can call him NPC Stavro. And we can do use editable variable name. This one uses CW, W and view Y underscore variable name. That's the variable name that's used throughout these modules. So you can either use his name. So this will change the NPC Stavro to the name. So now I can actually do NPC Stavro. I hope that's good. Oh, he got the bigger S. It's not ideal to use it, but just to show you that if I use the variable name. So now the talk action button will actually show only for Stavro. So Stavro. Oh yeah, okay. Stavro doesn't want to respond. That's because we have here use variable check. Only add action to NPCs if they can talk true. But we didn't set it up. Okay, so can talk. Hold on a second. Why does this doesn't work? Stavro, NPC Stavro. So I give him. I'm using his name, and this should be NPC Stavro. That's the way how it's supposed to do. There we go. There we go. Okay, not sure what would happen there. So now we can talk only to Stavro. Okay, you can see only he's talking. So hello Stavro, again, hello Stavro, it uses. But we can also use our custom variable name. So I would just use NPC office. Oh, this is not good. Rebel leader. Let's just use rebel leader. Okay. And now we can just go to an NPC rebel leader. It really uses the CWU variable name. So that's the first thing to know about this module, that you can actually change it up. So now it will do just the same thing. Again, he's not responding. Why are you not responding? Man! I said NPC rebel leader. So this should be NPC rebel leader. God damn. Don't tell me it has to be restarted twice. Oh, I know why. I know why. Because we have to disable the edit variable name. There we go. Yeah, it is very modular. That is why you can get lost pretty quickly. So there we go. And now we can talk to him again. Get me mission briefing, and he will brief me in a second. Okay. Now, what I actually done, this guy also is walking. You know, you could have walking NPCs, so I actually decided to modulate so they will stop. I have few things set it up, so I will just use the first one, greet soldier, and it says trigger 1 activated. But the bad thing is it's not set up correctly now. But he will resume his path of walking. So this is the first thing which we can do. So we're gonna assign what we want to do. Now, this system is also compatible with the CQB interactions. So I have here a civilian. I just use it to all civilians, and we can look through these options below. Now, this is specifically only for the CQB, and it says show only when dead. So I don't think it's if it's whenever. So we can actually see. Let's use Stavro and just show only when dead. And also it has to be logic only. Okay. So Stavro now should be only when he's dead, actually. So it doesn't show up. And once I kill him, I can talk to him. Which is pretty bad. He's dead. And it sometimes glitches. It just resets his animation, which is pretty bad. So you can actually use it on the dead people. Just be aware of this close conversation. I will have to update this to be a little bit better so he doesn't reset his animation. Okay, so that will be fixed. But the main thing that I wanted to show you, there we go, let's just restart, so that we can actually do show only when surrendered. So I have interrogate. Okay, let's use just interrogate this civilian guy, and only when he resists, but I don't remember the button again. Holy shit, what's it gonna be? Is it shift? Oh, there we go. So this is the perfect CQB interaction module, and I think it added up. So there we go. And only now when he surrendered, I can interrogate him. So it's actually working with the CQB interactions. I think you can add a lot of modular things now. And now, you know, this was just a testing. So does, unknown function, does. But I think that it can add actually the suspense, you know. But now he's not surrendered, he's tied. So that means we would have to use the show when arrested. So you will have to click this to OR function. Okay, remember OR is, you know, if it's one or second or third. If you only use the only one, the selected onlys, I'm not sure if it's gonna work with these two. Should work, but you can test it out. Okay, so that's the one thing that to keep in mind. Okay, so perfect, John. You made branching systems. We can ask two things, but what can we do with it apart from saying hint? So that's where our model talk modules come in hand. Sorry. So we can initiate this talk module. This is the baseline. So this is a baseline. It uses NPC variable name used by the NPC variable name from assign variables modules. So I have to give this NPC rebel. I will give it here. And now we have which stage of dialog we will initiate. So you have a dialog stage, and we can say, for example, dialog stage number 1. Okay, and then we have what's supposed to happen on the trigger code, but we can leave it happen. So we could actually use it. And now okay, so we can use default trigger. We can call this. So if you want to call this trigger when it's used, you can leave the interval for, like, let's say 1 second, so it's not that hard on your computer. The 0.5 is also good, but if the conversation is gonna happen, just give it 1 second. It really doesn't matter. So let's say it's gonna be convo 1. Okay, conversation 1. That means that if I say hello Stavro, let's give him that the convo 1 will become true. Okay, that sounds pretty good. So we have Stavro set up. We have this. We will synchronize this module, and we can actually trigger some code based on it. Or what we can do play dialog. And the play dialog will be, you have orders, so you have to set up the order. So of course the first one is the first one. Used NPC speaker, so it's checked. It used the NSP the talk root module. If checked, after the spoken line finishes, close the Envoy UI. If open, close console. If unchecked, do nothing. Yeah. So this is that if, for example, the character is still moving when the dialogue should close. So this has to be in the end one. Speaker variable name. When it's unchecked, it will just use his variable name. That means that we have to go into start row, into identity. Let's say that it's going to be Vasilius Stavros. Okay, let's just give him this one, this name. So this will be the first dialog. Now we can also give it sound class names. If there's nothing gonna be, just remember it has to be in the brackets. I think it has to be in the brackets. Just let me double check. No, it doesn't have to be in the brackets. So I have prepared few interactions just to show you briefly. I know that you should probably know this, but when you go to Notepad and you have the description, you have to define class sounds and then define the classes. So these are the classes that I have already defined here, and I can use, for example, this one 0165. Okay, so I will use this one. Sorry. So I will use this one. So let's use this class name. I'm not actually sure what it is. So let's say subtitle text. These subtitles are not in sync with the voice slip. And then you have wait seconds. So this is pretty handy. You know, the sound can be for like 5 seconds. So we just use 5 seconds. And that's pretty much it. Now we synchronize it with the talk module. And when the dialog stage is set up, we can then talk. So this one is set up. This one trigger is also set up. So this will initiate the dialog stage. Okay, so let's test it out. So hello Stavro, I'd like to talk to you. And nothing happened. So we most probably forgot about something. Oh yeah, the talk module. The talk module has to be also synchronized with the guy. So hold on, I will just move these a little bit here. These ones are specifically for setting it up. This one is specifically for the dialogues, and this will initiate the dialogue. So we have to synchronize it to the player. Oh, it makes sense that I forgot it. And I'm gonna do also the close after dialogue because we have only one dialogue there. So after the dialogue ends, he's gonna resume his animations, his waypoints, everything. So again, hello stranger, hello Stavro. And nothing happens. So that's because we haven't set it up our dialog stages. So what does that mean? To be really modular, you have to have this dialog stage variable name and the initial stage dialog. So what does that mean? We use dialog stage variables so that we know which kind of dialogue to play. Because for example, let's say that you have mission number 1 and you shouldn't kill the hostage. Unfortunately, you kill the hostage. Then you can set up that there are 2 different dialogues outcoming of if the hostage lives or dies. So what does that basically mean? I think assigns a custom variable name. First parameter is the variable name. So it's a dialog stage. I think we have it the same. So it's the dialog stage. But we only use this number 01. So I will use only the number 01. It can be whatever. That's why it's so modular. So fourth parameter decides if it's public or multiplayer or just locally set. So this is just for your, if you want to use it for multiplayers, if it's only just local, I just leave it by default, so it's public for multiplayer as well. Okay, but you have the option to set it off locally, so that is true. Then you can also delete the variable, which is completely fine. I should also say whenever these can be triggered by triggers, but most of them can be triggered by triggers. So this is our first dialog stage. So let's just move this a little bit further down. And we're gonna synchronize Stavro, so he's gonna be set up. Excuse me. His variable name is gonna be DialogStage, and it's gonna be 01. So now, if I want to play DialogStage 01, this line is going to play. Okay. As again, I know that there are a lot of modules, but that's why I'm trying to make these videos, so it's explained to you. So let's see Stavro. Hello Stavro, and please work now.
This must be the site the mayor mentioned, but it's empty.
There we go. The site is empty. But there is one drawback to the system. If I go again, he doesn't say anything. And this is unfortunately the drawback of modules. So you have to be very careful which kind of modules you want to set up only once. You cannot repeat it. The only thing that I found out could maybe happen is that we say not sure now, but one thing that again what we can set up is, okay, so we have the dialog stage, and we can also remove option after use. So you can also check this one. It makes sense when you only use these modules. And what it actually do is that I will talk to Stavro. I will say hello.
This must be the site the mayor mentioned, but it's empty.
There we go. It's a little bit faster than I anticipated. And when you open it up, you have only to get me in the mission briefing. Okay? But I think I have a workaround. So we also have this assign interaction add line. So this add line, it's a plus sign, that's why I decided on the plus sign. We can synchronize it with this one. We have a plus line, and again, it's almost the same one. So what we can actually do, we can have the hello Stavro, we can place it there. Oh, sorry. The dialog title is here. The dialog description is, this is the second time I wanted to greet Stavro. Okay? And again, we can have the custom code. I will do convo number 1212 and make it true. So what we can do, we can have convo 12 again. I can set it up the same thing. It's the same dialog, same stage. We didn't change the variable name. And again, so we have a duplicates. Okay, this is completely this is the same but just duplicates. But this add line, we can actually add it when we use the first dialog, the convo 1. So let's see. We shouldn't have more than 2. So let's say hello.
This must be the site the mayor mentioned, but it's empty.
It is empty. And you see that the subtitles were actually those 5 seconds. But now, if I talk to him again, I have again the hello Stavro. Oh, but I have the empty function name. So I didn't click to use the custom code. So I will just go it and use the custom code. There we go. Okay? Yeah, there we go. And again, then we can remove this line after the use. So this is the baseline, what we can do with it. Hello Stavro. We can actually do some kind of like a second question. I don't know. And this should be basically it. But what I want to show you, so this is the double, this is just a duplicate for, so this is just a duplicate, but I will show you how the conversation can do, we can have multiple conversations. So I have one conversation here, and NPC uniform, oh okay, NPC uniform. There we go. What I wanted to show you also is I have these set up. Those are free dialogues. So I will delete this first one, and so this one, close after dialog, we don't need that. This one NPC uniform, and this one close after dialog. They ditched it. Wait 3 seconds. Now we will just sync them up, and it will decide on the order number. So I have 1, 2, and 3. And of course, when you have a dialogue, you don't want to speak necessarily that Stavro only speaks. So what I have to do is now, I am called Dimitri, so I will just give myself a name, and I will use my variable editor variable name. So my name is Dimitri, and I will be the second talker. Yeah, speaks CW variable name. So that means that who's the second talker now? So this should work. So talk to the stranger. Hello, Stavro.
This must be the site the mayor mentioned, but it's empty. If they ditched it, it's somewhere in there. Could be our truck. Let's call HQ and report in.
Okay, so he didn't say actually my name. What did we do? Use synced NPC speaker. Oh, there we go. No. Dimitri. Let's use Dimitri. Yeah, let's try to use this one, because we don't want close after no use, since we say no, we don't want to use the synchronized. Now it should work. So again,
This must be the site the mayor mentioned, but it's empty.
Look, fresh tire marks.
There we go.
Big ones. Military truck size. They're heading into the woods.
If they ditched it, it's somewhere in there. Could be our truck. Let's call HQ and report in.
there we go. And then we have the second question, which is again nothing. What was the second question actually? It has to be the speaker name, so we just have to also synchronize. There we go. So it has to be synchronized again. So that's the gist of what the modular dialogues can do for you. You can watch, you can probably experiment with all those functions. I think we made it pretty good. But now what I will try to show you is something a little bit different. and that is, I will also give you examples. Excuse me. I will give you examples because this can be used only once, which is not ideal. But you can use your custom functions. So what I did for this guy, where we have him. So what I did, I actually executed, I created a simple function. So it has to be inside your mission folder. I called it the story conversation.sqf. You can download it from the GitHub repository. Link is going to be down below this video and also in the workshop for the ArmA series. So just remember, also the execution has to be through the name who you want to speak to. So this is the NPC officer, so it has to be through him. It has to be through him. So he will be the executed person. So what does this actually do? So let's go back to the notepad. Here is the story conversation, and it is a little bit tricky code, but don't have to be worried about it. First, it just sets up few things. Who is speaking? This is the player. Just remember that you have to change this. I have the if the player is equal to Dimitri, then Dimitri, else is gonna be Vasily. So I have to be Dimitri called. If I'm not Dimitri, it's not gonna work. But it doesn't matter. This is I think this is probably just old code. You don't have to touch it. But now we have switch NPC name. So it's for the NPC commander. So that's the variable name. Okay, it has to be the variable name, which is set it up here. So if you see, I have set it up that it's going to be use NPC commander. So that's his name. So in this case, we can set it if there's dialog stage 010010, it will initiate this code. So this code is basically a one play line. I added another function. It's called play line. It is pretty simple. It's basically same as the module talk. So it just utilizes who is speaking, which kind of sound it should use, what text should be in the subtitles, and how many seconds we should wait before the next subtitles or line plays. Just remember, if you want to use this function, the play line, you always have to use it in a spawn block. That means you cannot do call, but you have to use spawn. I think I have example in one of this trigger. Yeah, there we go. So this is the example. My NPC commander will speak this sound, which you have in the description. This is the subtitles, and it's gonna wait 4 seconds, and then you have to just call spawn instead of call, and it's CW, FNC, playline. We're gonna look through them in the end. So this is what it's gonna happen. Then I also added, if you want to change actually the variable stage. So this is for the local. It's for the guy that is actually the speaking guy, but you can change it to his actual name, which will be the NPC. This one is called NPC officer, so you can call it here NPC officer. It really doesn't matter. It's just give example. But remember, it has to be, you have to close conversation, meaning using this function at the end of every dialogue. And I'm going to show you why. So first, I'm going to show you the first time talk is just 010010. So let's set up his dialog stage 0100-10. Okay, and it's the dialog stage. It's going to be public. So we have it set it up. As you can see, this guy is clearly walking. So we're just gonna interrupt him in his talk. He's gonna play one of two animations, and then we have this stolen military truck, which is actually utilizing the script.
You boys looking for trouble or just ghosts?
We are looking for a stolen military truck.
So you can
Anything passed through recently?
Maybe. Yesterday. Engines in the valley were echoing trough here. Late. Weren't tractors, I can tell you that.
And as you can see, when he ends the conversation, he starts walking. That is because we added that close conversation call. Now, the good thing about script is you can use it more times than once. So I can go again to him. I didn't delete the option.
Military truck? There have been a lot of traffic since yesterday. But
Now, if we will look through the notepad, we can actually see, I will just enhance. I set it up a different variable. So I set it up, it's going to be 010010b. And it's this case. So this second task is a branching point. It utilizes branches and how you can branch your dialogues. So I think this is a cool feature. Mid-sentence you can change the dialogues. So he's just gonna play this first play line, and then all this is everything above this is the branching dialogue. So this is branch dialogue start. I will just update the dialogue, and this is selecting the different path based on our selection. Okay, so I gave it aggressive talk, which is gonna be 01317. So this is the option for the aggressive talk, or I'm gonna do 013414b, which is gonna be more diplomatic talk. So that's the 010314b. So that's actually the branching dialogues. Again, by end of the all dialogues, you have to give the closed conversation. If he specifically moves, it's good habit to have it implemented everything. I don't think if you won't use it, it will break actually. But now what we have to do is for example, if you would have branching dialogues, you can set up different tasks. We can actually do, like, for trigger 2 will be true, and this can set up completely different tasks. For example, what this does do, I will just show it just really quickly. So let's just let's say we use diplomatic solution, and he started smoking again.
Look, we are doing just our job. We're tracking a stolen military truck. Not interested in civilian gear.
military truck? There have been a lot of traffic since yesterday. But
Yeah, we saw it. See that watchtower southwest from here? You should be able to see it from there.
Could be the lead we need. Let's check it out.
There we go. And then we have our end of conversation. I gave it a sleep 6 seconds. So he was sleeping, and now he's resuming his conversation. And now, if I go again to stolen military truck,
military truck?
it does the same. Okay? So that's the good thing about the script. You will have available the script in your GitHub. I just gave here the sleep so you can see it. The one thing which I wanted to show you, the trigger. There we go. Let's just go back. So I gave it a sleep, so that's why he waited for a few seconds. And now if you use this trigger to true, we can actually have, for example, some kind of a task, and you will just use it by a trigger. So just place down the trigger, and in here you call, and there you have the trigger 2. Again, you can have 1 second, but 0.5 seconds is also too good. And once this happens, we can have the hint or whatever you want to do. Oh, sorry. Or whatever you want to do happen next. So this is the brief. Just introduction to this modular talking modules. So that's probably it. So thank you for watching. If there needs to be, I can do some smaller bits of videos. Just post on the workshop. I will try to respond there. If you find any bugs, report them please. And enjoy the modules. So big ups and bye.